Welcome back, my dearest student. In this section, I'm going to talk about Python iterators. An iterator is an object that contains a countable number of values. Let me quickly give you an analogy. Let's say we have a group of persons and your job is to ask each person what is their name and date of birth. So that group of persons is known as iterable. It's known as iterable. So you yourself that wants to ask these persons, each person, what is their name and date of birth, you are the inter method. So the first person, you need to ask the first person, hey, what is your name and date of birth? Then you need to move to the next person. In order for us to move to the next person, we need this next method to do that. Iterable. So list, tuple, dictionary, and set are all iterable objects. They are iterable containers which you can get an iterator from. To create an object or class as an iterator, you have to implement the method inter and next to your object. So let's quickly consider an example. So this is my PyCharm open running. So let me clear the console. Let's say we have a fruit in this case, a tuple fruit. So apple, and we have banana, which is my favorite, and we also have cherry. Okay, let me just leave cherry. I don't like cherry though. So if I check the type of fruit I have, a tuple. So I want you to remember the analogy. So let's say we have a group of 5 persons and your job is to ask each person what is your name and date of birth. So you are the iterator. So let's create that iterator in this case. So my iterator equal to inter. So this is how you create it. Then you need to pass in your iterable object. In this case, we want to pass in our fruit as our iterable tuple. So we have fruit. So if you check the type as well, the type of my iterator, as you can see, is a tuple iterator. So let's quickly move on. So to print out each value, so we need to use the next. Now we need to pass in my iterator. So we have apple, we have banana, and we have cherry as well. Even string are iterable objects and can return an iterator. So let's say we have a string of fruits. Obviously this will be banana, and so my iterator should equal to inter fruit. If you check the type of as you can see, we have string iterator. So now we can print with the next, with the next method. We need to pass in our iterator. So we have the B, the A, the N, the A. As you can see, this is how it actually works. So let's quickly move on to a prominent example so that you can understand more. So let's create an iterator that return numbers starting with 1, and each sequence will increment by 1, returning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. I want to quickly talk about something. Do you remember this function from our previous class? This init, or the magical function we have set here. So as you can see, we have learned in our previous section, which is the Python, the classes and objects, that all classes have a function called the init function, which allow you to do some initializing when the object is being created. So the inter as well, the inter method had similarly. You can do operation like initializing etc, but must always return the iterable object itself. Likewise the next. So let's quickly put this in action. So let's say I have a class of my number, class my number, in this case numbers, and this class we have the inter as well, so the iterator. So let's initialize this as self.a equal to 1. So this is our first initialization. Remember, it must always return a value. So let's return self. So the next one is the next. And s equal to self dot a, which is in this case s is 1. So let's increment it, self dot a equal to self dot a plus. So this is our increment the value. So we need to return a value. It's very important. S. So we are returning S. So let me just quickly come out from this class, my numbers class definition. So my class in this case, let's create an object. So my number. So we have an object now of my class. So we can now use the my iterator equal to the iterator himself. We need to pass in the object, which is my class, and we can now print with the next my iterator. So we have 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. like that. So I want to quickly talk about the stop iteration statement. The stop iteration statement. Stop iteration statement. So the example that we just consider above would continue forever if you had enough next statement, or if it was used in a for loop, it will continue forever. So to prevent the iteration to go on, forever, we can use the stop iteration statement. So that is what we want to do. So let's stop at 10 in this case. So let me just quickly bring back the my number definition. So in this case, in the next, this is where we need to implement the condition to stop it. So in the next, we need if self.a is less than or equal to 10 in this case. Okay. So once that condition is false, let's raise an error with the S statement. S. Raise. This is how you raise an error in Python. Raise stop iteration. So now I think what we have in this string here, so we have if okay. All right, so let's try it now. An error less than 10. Yeah, I think there's an error here. There's an if statement, should have ended with this double quote. So now, let me clear the screen and go back. So, yeah, so this will fix it. So, okay, perfect. So now I can create my class equal to my number. So this is an object. My class is an object now. So my inter equal to the iterator. So we need to pass in the object, which is my class, and so for s in my inter wants to print out the value of s. Wow, there's an error here. It said invalid syntax inter. Yes, this should be my inter. What am I doing? Yeah. So we have 1 to 10. I hope you see how it works. So this actually ends this session about Python iterator. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next section. Bye.